Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a compelling and evolving chapter in the world of Turkish entertainment. Our focus today is on the incredibly talented Yağmur Yüksel and the waves she's been making recently, not on screen, but in real life. In the ever-vibrant world of celebrity, each post on social media, each subtle move in public, and each unspoken word can become the subject of countless interpretations. Yağmur Yüksel, long admired for her captivating performances and graceful public presence, has sparked a whirlwind of speculation with a recent series of posts and appearances that many believe reveal a new chapter in her personal life. It all began with a subtle shift. Fans noticed changes in her energy, her smile, and the themes of her Instagram posts. Her usual calm and polished content took on a warmer, more nostalgic tone. Captions that hinted at beginnings, transformation, and quiet happiness began appearing more frequently. Her choice of imagery, sunlight, handwritten notes, vintage tones began to tell a story that words did not. Soon, the speculation began. At first, the natural assumption was that her past connection with Baktaş might be rekindling. After all, their on-screen chemistry was legendary, and their off-screen friendship had always carried an air of mystery. When Barış himself posted a poetic line, "Some stories don't end, they just change shape," the theory seemed to gain momentum. Was there something more behind the words? For weeks, fans clung to every visual clue, matching photography styles, subtle references, and even overlapping friend circles. A shared smile in an old photo, a similar filter on their posts, a like here, a follow there. All of it fed the narrative that maybe, just maybe, Yağmur and Barış were finding their way back to one another. Then, everything shifted. A new figure entered the picture quietly, and without fanfare. Yağmur followed a profile that didn't belong to an actor, a producer, or anyone from the entertainment scene. Instead, it belonged to a digital designer with a small but aesthetically curated social media presence. Someone with an eye for black and white photography, clean design, and creative minimalism. It didn't take long for fans to start connecting these. The tone of Yağmur's posts changed again, still introspective, but now with a sense of peace and groundedness. Then came the Instagram story shared by one of Yağmur's close friends, a shot of her hand resting on someone else's, with a short caption that read, "Nothing like seeing you happy again." The person beside her was mostly obscured, but the setting matched photos shared on the designer's account. Clothing, watch style, even a background pillow were all matched frame by devoted fans. And so, the conclusion was clear: Yağmur Yüksel had stepped into a new chapter. A chapter that seems to move away from the high drama of celebrity pairings, and into something quieter, more authentic, and deeply personal. If she's in love again, she's choosing to do it away from the glare of the spotlight. Of course, this raises a new question. What about Barış? While no statement has come from him, his social media has remained relatively neutral. Some fans read his silence as sadness, others as maturity. Whether he's moved on or is simply choosing to focus on his work remains to be seen. But the contrast between their current paths is striking. Yağmur seems to be in bloom, finding new clarity and joy. Barış appears more introspective, focused, and composed. In an earlier interview, Yağmur once said, "Not all love is meant to last forever. Some are meant to teach us, to shape us, and then let us go." That quote, once abstract, now rings with new clarity. And perhaps that's what we're witnessing, a letting go, done with grace and respect, a mutual understanding that their shared moments matter deeply, but that new chapters await them both. It's a powerful reminder that not all endings are tragedies. Some are simply transitions. While this revelation has left some fans disappointed, others are embracing it. There's a growing respect for Yağmur's privacy and her choice to protect what brings her peace. Whether her new relationship continues in public or remains private, one thing is certain: she is leading with authenticity. As we wait to see how this story continues to unfold, the world watches not with judgment, but with admiration for two people navigating fame, feelings, and life with dignity. The truth, as always, is found in the spaces between words, the pauses between announcements, and the choices made in silence. And yet, we would be remiss not to recognize how the public remains deeply invested in their narrative. Fan communities have produced montages, tribute videos, and side-by-side timelines comparing their recent online activities. Hashtags like #YağmurJourney and #Barış'Band continue to trend, demonstrating the emotional connection audiences feel toward these two stars not just as performers, but as individuals navigating love and growth under the public eye. It's also worth noting that Yağmur's recent stylistic choices, the return to vintage fashion, poetic captions, and cinematic aesthetics, are not random. Industry insiders suggest she may be crafting a new image, one that positions her not only as an actress but as a multi-dimensional artist. There are whispers that she may be involved in a conceptual project blending film, photography, and music, perhaps an experimental short that captures her internal metamorphosis. If true, this would mark a fascinating evolution in her career. Barış, meanwhile, is rumored to be in early talks for a new series with a dramatic storyline that contrasts sharply with his previous roles. This potential return to television could also mark a turning point professionally and personally. Whether this signals a desire to move forward or reclaim control over the public narrative remains unclear. In any case, both stars appear to be standing at meaningful crossroads. Their journeys may now be unfolding on separate paths, but the intersection they once shared has left a lasting impression, not just on one another, but on all of us watching. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this story and want more thoughtful explorations of your favorite celebrities, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and join us again soon. Until next time, take care and goodbye.